What's up, everybody? I'm Finn McKenty. This is the Punk Rock MBA. Today, I'm going to answer a viewer question. So if you have a question, let me know in the comments. You can send me a DM or whatever you want, but it would be best if you leave it in the comments so everybody can see it. And here is the question that I am going to answer today. This is from Gold Lion Audio. It'd be great to have your opinion on budgets for advertising on these platforms depending on different sized bands. What do you think a super small local band should spend, let's say, monthly on advertising on social media? What about a smallish medium or medium band, let's say to promote a new release or a tour? I'll read the article for sure, so sorry if this is already answered on your blog. Have a nice day, man. Okay, so I have a few thoughts here in no particular order. Great question, by the way. The first thing you need to do is make sure that your work is great, because no amount of marketing or advertising can make something popular that is shitty. And I know you're gonna say, well, what about this band or that band? They suck, but they're so popular because marketing. No, they don't suck. You just don't like them. These are two different things. Like, I'll try to think of a band that I don't like. I hate Macklemore's music. I fucking can't stand it. I think it is the corniest shit anybody has ever made. I cannot stand his music, but it's popular for a reason, because he's great at what he does. So anyway, no amount of marketing can make something appealing if it's not good to begin with. So the first thing you need to invest your time and energy and money into is making great art. So if you were in a band, make sure you write great fucking songs and have a really good recording that does justice to those songs. So don't skimp out on that. Put some serious fucking time and energy into making the very best songs you can, and work with a producer at a studio who will get you a great recording. You have to have those things. Like, if you don't have that shit, don't worry about marketing anything, because you don't have a product yet to market. Now, how do you know if your work is good enough? How do you know if your music is good enough? It's hard to say, because it's not like there's some machine where you can feed your music into it and then a green light will come on that says, congratulations, your music is good enough. But I would say you'll know it when you see it. And this is true like for my content. Like, the first several months of this channel, I put stuff out and nobody gave a fuck. It's still a small channel, but I can tell the past month or so, I've changed the direction up a little bit and I've gotten dramatically more traction than I did at the beginning. So you'll know it when you see it. You'll feel it when you're on to something, you're starting to get engagement and traction, you'll know it. And then once you have figured that out, that is the time to invest in marketing. So to get back to the original question about how much should you actually spend, I'm gonna break this up into two categories. One is things where you can track the actual financial ROI on your investment, and the second category is things where you can't track it, but you still should probably invest. So the first category of things is the ones where you can directly track the return on investment. This would be like physical products or digital products, where basically, without getting super technical, if you set things up right, like let's take Shopify, for example. If you have a Shopify store for your merch or for digital downloads or anything like that, and you connect it with Facebook and Shopify together will tell you exactly how much it costs to get each purchase, and then you'll know whether you're profitable. So like for Get Good Drums, for example, this one campaign that we have right now, I'm a partner in a company called Get Good Drums that sells a software product. This product retails for $99. One campaign that I'm running right now, we're getting purchases for, I think it's like $22. So basically, I'm spending $22 to make $99, right? So we're making $77 of profit on each one of those. So the answer to how much you should invest in something like that, and it's the same thing for like a t-shirt, right? If you're selling a shirt online where your profit margin is $10 and you're spending $5 to get each one of those purchases, which is hard to do. But if you're getting those kind of results, well, you should fucking invest until it's not profitable anymore, right? Like, if I can hand you $5 and you hand me $10 back, well, I would do that until I don't have any more $5 bills left, right? So there is a point at which that stops working. You know, there's only so many people out there who are going to be interested in what you're doing. But if you're selling a product where you can track the ROI, and this gets a little bit technical, but if you're serious about your business, you should figure this shit out. If you're interested, let me know. I can point you in the right direction. I can explain. I can help you figure out how to track all this shit. It's not that hard. If you're like a producer, I know a lot of people watching this channel are mixers. If you can mix, you can figure this shit out, because mixing is really fucking hard. And if you can figure that out, you can figure out Facebook. So any kind of thing where you can directly track the ROI, the answer to how much you should spend is easy. Keep spending until it's not profitable anymore. If I can write a check where I give you $1 and you give me $2 back, I will do that all fucking day long. I'll give you every dollar I have in the bank. So the second category of things is stuff you can't like directly track whether the profitability is there or not, but you know you should probably invest anyway. And unfortunately, a whole lot of things in music are in this category because without getting super technical, essentially the way ticketing platforms are set up, it's not possible to know whether somebody bought that ticket because of an organic social media post, because of a flyer they saw on the wall at the venue, or because of a Facebook ad. So unfortunately, you don't really know which of your advertising dollars was the most effective. So here's what I would say. Think about it this way. So let's say you are in the position of, I think a lot of people watching this, you are in a small band that's doing a national tour, you know, maybe your first or second national tour. You're not, you know, doing direct support for some big band or something like that. It's kind of your headlining tour, but it's small venues. You don't have a huge national following. How much should you spend on this? Well, here's how I would think about it. Let's say, you know, you're gonna be selling merch, right? Let's say you spend $25 or $50 on every show. And let's say you make $10 on every t-shirt. Do you think if you spend $25 or $50 promoting the show, you will get enough people to show up? You'll sell 3 more t-shirts? I don't know. I think that's possible. I mean, there's no way to prove that, but I think that's pretty likely. So if you do, then you broke even. And at this stage in your career, just breaking even would be a win, right? It depends on the financial situation of every band, but I'll tell you what, if all you're doing is organic social media posts that are reaching like 100 people or 200 people, you know, nationwide, well, I don't know, you can't really be surprised then if a lot of people don't show up, right? So it depends on your financial situation, of course, but fuck, man, if you're gonna like put yourselves out on the road and live in a fucking van for 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, like you should at least, like if you're gonna go to that level of sacrifice, why not take the additional level of sacrifice to come up with $1,000 to promote this with some ads? I mean, to me, it just makes no sense to like go to that length of like living in a fucking van for 3 weeks and then not being willing to invest. You've invested 3 weeks of your life in this tour. Why would you not invest a few hundred or even a few $1,000s in promoting the things? Then the question is like, how do you promote it? Well, that's a whole other video. I talked specifically about that in another video. It's called How to Promote a Tour on Facebook, or How to Advertise a Tour on Facebook. That's where I show you exactly how to do it in the Facebook Ad Manager. But yeah, so I would say, you know, if you're in that level, spend a couple hundred or maybe even a couple $1,000s. If you're a bigger band, a national band, like I've worked with Periphery and A Day to Remember and Intervals and Issues and some other band, they're spending thousands of dollars to promote this tour because, you know, it's very easy for them to justify that. They're definitely going to make that money back. And then a big festival, I've done some stuff for Self-Help Festival. They're spending many thousands of dollars to promote that thing because I don't actually know how many people go to that, but it's in the tens of thousands. Why would you not? You know, if you're having a huge band like A Day to Remember or Limp Bizkit or Papa Roach or whoever headline these things, like spending a couple $1,000s to promote this thing is just, that's a no-brainer. So this is a long one. I hope it was helpful, interesting, informative, whatever. That's my answer to this question of how much you should spend on advertising and social media, on marketing, all that stuff. First, make sure your art is good. Make sure your art is something that people actually want. Second, once you have figured that out, that is the time to start investing some time and energy and money into marketing that thing. Okay, guys, I hope that was interesting or informative or helpful in some way, maybe even a little bit entertaining. I don't know if this is entertaining. Let me know in the comments what marketing questions you have that I can answer in future videos. In the meantime, please subscribe to this channel if you have already subscribed, or for some strange, bizarre, warped, misguided reason you do not want to subscribe. I don't know why you wouldn't want to subscribe. At least like the video, leave a comment, share it with a friend. Anything you can do to help spread the word would be very much appreciated. And with that, I'm going to sign off for now, but I will see you next time.